Hi and welcome to my channel. Today's reading is a collective love reading for all signs. If you're new here for the first time, please like, share and subscribe. If you are returning, welcome back. A bit about me first. I'm an intuitive tarot reader. I receive messages mainly prior to the reading. Little pieces of the puzzle. Once I collate those messages together, I'll come and use my tarot and oracle decks to further clarify the message and the energy that I'm receiving. So as I said, today's reading is a collective love reading. I use songs as a medium. I always put my liked songs on random shuffle, and based on messages that I have got coming through, I ask for clarification in songs. Now, I've got thousands of songs. So when songs pop up multiple times in a matter of 4 or 5 songs, there is most certainly a message in that. The song that I was getting this morning, which came up twice, was Signed, Sealed, Delivered by Stevie Wonder. And it was the one from the Live 8 concert. So when you think about an 8, well, you think about an infinity symbol. The couple that I am picking up on is, and because in my pre-shuffle, I got serendipity, which is paths crossing. If you think about that 8 or that infinity sign, it crosses in the middle. Serendipity. Now that came out twice when I was doing my pre-shuffle, and then it was on the bottom of the deck when I finished the pre-shuffle. So it wants to be seen. The couple that I'm picking up on is 2 people that have crossed paths multiple times. As I said, that song came up twice. Maybe you've crossed paths twice. The other song that I got was Gravity by Sarah Bareilles. Now, I'm not sure if that's the pronunciation of her surname, but the line in that song is, something always brings me back to you. It never takes too long. You're in each other's orbit and you keep crossing paths, drawn back to each other. And what it reminds me of is the movie Far From the Madding Crowd. If you haven't seen that movie, it's a beautiful period romantic movie. His name is Gabriel, her name is Bathsheba. And in that movie, they cross paths, they keep crossing paths. And in each time that they cross paths, they're in different circumstances. So in the beginning, he's a farmer and he has land, but she has nothing. And he proposes to her and she declines because she feels like they are on different levels. And then life plays out and he loses all of his wealth. He loses his farm and she inherits her uncle's fortune. And as fate would have it, they cross paths again. But it's the reverse of, she is now wealthy and he has nothing. And so it's like this dance of these 2 people. And in that particular film, they were each other's first love. It is a beautiful movie. There's a line in it that says, do what's right. Potentially in that film, they were friends the whole way through. The energy I'm picking up on is of people who do what's right, is about morals. People that share the same moral background, the same moral integrity. I was picking up this energy in a reading the other day. 2 people who don't necessarily want to encroach on the other person's. It's almost like they have feelings, but they're reserved. Very traditional, do what is right. And maybe it's the universe that keeps putting them in each other's paths. And it's funny because I'm sitting here at my table and I'm seeing that crossover. And as I said, I got that song twice, Live 8, twice. So twice you've crossed paths. But as I'm sitting here, the sun is shining through and I'm seeing the reflection of my table where I'm doing this reading in the glass. And the 2 legs on my table actually cross. There's 1, 2, twice, 2, X marks the spot. You've either crossed each other's paths twice or you will cross each other's paths twice. Okay, let us get, so signed, sealed, delivered means, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. I've done a lot of foolish things. Perhaps when you cross paths again, It will be time, because I was getting that song, the Imagine Dragon song, It's Time. It's time to begin. Okay, let us put that card there. I'm just going to move these out of the way. I'm just going to get just some extra, just to see where we're going. Yeah, Two of Wands. It's time to cross paths. Two of Wands is Mars in Aries. It's time. How beautiful is that? Judgment. Wow. Judgment. In this particular card, now, Two of Wands, I said, is Mars in Aries. The Judgment card is Pluto. In this particular deck, the Judgment card is where these two people decide to come together. They make the decision to come together. They've crossed paths. That's God, that dragon up in the sky. That's God. And we've got the Ace of Wands, a new beginning, a passionate new beginning. This time, I think of that sometimes as a match. This time, that match will be lit. And in the back of this card, now they are clouds that I drew. So if you're not aware, all of the decks that I use on my channel are my own designs. I'm an intuitive reader, but I'm also an illustrator. So all of the decks are hand-drawn. So in that respect, I fully understand what that is. Now, they're clouds. This morning I've been seeing the glass on my pool fence. The light distorts on it and it creates rainbows through my house. They were everywhere this morning. Look at all the rainbows. There's been some sort of, and you can see it in that card. Now that card is drawn as nighttime, but if you look at it from a point of view, it's been stormy. It's been stormy, and now there is rainbows. Ace of Wands. It's time to cross paths again. And we've got Seven of Wands underneath. In that movie, he says to her, I will always stay by your side. Look at the card. Up there with her, always by her side. Okay, let's just get an oracle message. Delays. Yeah, there's been delays. As I said, this has been going round and round and round. Round and round and round. But it's time. One more. Expansion. And look, we've got a cross in there. Expansion. It's time. It's time to begin. Something always brings me back to you. That song, Gravity. It's like you're orbiting each other. I think Jupiter is in Gemini at the moment. Gemini is the twins. Gemini is the Lovers card. Jupiter goes into Gemini every 12 years. Next year in June, it goes into Cancer. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter is luck. Okay, let's put these cards up here. Move them over to make some room. And then I'm going to pull some cards. Actually, I'm going to start with this deck. Let's see where we go. I'm going to get 4. There we go. On the bottom, 2 of Pentacles. Look at that. It's going round and round and round and round. 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay, so let's start with the first card. We have the 8 of Wands. Now, I did say this year is number 8. Number 8 is 2024, adds up to an 8. Number 8 is the end of karmic cycles and the beginning of abundance. Eight of Wands is Mercury in Sagittarius. If you think about the Sagittarius card, it is temperance. It's timing. That's divine timing. Divine timing is now. In August, we have the 888 portal. So it's the 8th of the 8th, 2024, adds up to an 8. So it's 888. That portal actually happens 3 times in that month because we have the 17th of August, which is a 1 and a 7 is an 8. So 888 again. And then it happens again on the 26th of August. Maybe 3 opportunities to bring this in. Now that hasn't happened. That particular 888 portal. Every year we have the 88 portal because we always have the 8th of August. But that 888 alignment comes in when the year adds up to an 8. That hasn't happened since 2015. Perhaps this has been going round and round and round since 2015. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight. So this has been happening a long time. Saturn in Capricorn. Perhaps both of you had to learn karmic lessons within this. Now, you think of Capricorn. Capricorn is an earth sign, building wealth. In that movie, he had wealth first and she had nothing. And then the roles reversed. She had wealth and he had nothing. We've got the 6 of Pentacles, which is the moon in Taurus. And that's all about balance. Maybe you both had to come into balance financially. Equal give and take. And then look, we've got the 4 of Wands on the bottom. That's Venus in Aries. So we have Jupiter in Capricorn, Venus in Aries. That's the marriage card. Okay, let's pull some cards on this 8 of Wands. Four of Cups. 4 of Cups is disappointment. Something that's offered but not taken. Again, in that movie, he offers love. She doesn't take it. Moon in Cancer. And something in the energy here about, even though you say no, because she said no, but she was in love with him. Overly polite. In some ways, and I said that line from that movie, he says to her, do what is right. This is the end of doing what is right, but actually a change into doing what you want, because doing what is right has brought disappointment. She didn't think it was fair to accept his marriage proposal because she felt that she wasn't financially at the same level as him, even though she loved him. 5 of Cups, even though she loved him. She turned away from it. Mars in Scorpio, she turned away from it. Three of Wands. 3 of Wands is the Sun in Aries. We've got a 2, 3, and a 4. She turned away from it even though she wanted it. And we've got a 4 and a 5. So we've got progression of too polite. 2 people that are too polite. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Wands, Ace of Pentacles. In this particular, now that Judgment card came out, in this particular deck, it is a story of star-crossed lovers. She is the daughter of a wealthy landowner, and he, the man she loves, works for her father. They're from 2 different worlds, and they're told that they can't be together. Very much like this Far From the Madding crowd. Not that they're not told that they can't be together, but the polite and the respectful thing is that 2 people come together that are on the same level. This is my Lovebirds Tarot deck. And what happens is, once they finally make the decision to put love first, to ignore all of the things that socially, traditionally, politely keep them apart, they put love first, You can see in that card, they put love first and they run away together. And God turns them into a pair of birds so that they can fly away to their freedom. Keeps bringing them back round and round and round on the path. It's that judgment call that love is the greatest healer. There's a card in one of my decks. Love is the greatest healer. A union is not about wealth or status or who has what and who doesn't have. And in fact, in that movie, Far From the Madding Crowd, when he asks her to marry him, she says, you have more than me. He says, that's okay, that's not what I want. You know, don't you want to be married? And she says, well, you know, I'm far too independent. I'd like to have a wedding, but I don't think. One of you may be very independent, but I think this will keep coming round and round and round because you're meant to be together. The Hanged Man on the bottom. Now, the Hanged Man is Neptune. Neptune, round and round and round and round. You're stuck in this loop. It's almost... You're stuck in this loop because you're meant to be, Four of Wands underneath that. You're meant to be with this person. And you've both got to align to that. To that message that's coming through, that it's not about anything else but love. Judgment, it's not about anything else but love. Hierophant on the bottom. Hierophant is marriage. Now, we had one come out here. So we've got the Emperor. The Emperor is number 4. The Emperor is Aries and Mars. And we did have that Two of Wands there, which is Mars and Aries. It's time. We've got the Chariot. Chariot is number 7. The Chariot is Cancer and the Moon. Truth. The time is now. That's what that's saying. And you've got Ace of Wands, Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, the Chariot. The Ace of Swords is the Truth. Wow, and another Judgment. Judgment on Judgment. This making a decision, as I said, we've got Jupiter in Gemini. Gemini used to be called the Choice card. Gemini is the lovers. Two people coming together. 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. Two people coming together, making a decision to be together, irrespective of anything external, putting your love first. I think this, as I said before, is just going to keep going round and round and round and round. It's time. And the 6 of Pentacles on the bottom. Now, Judgment card is Pluto. Pluto is transformation. 6 of Pentacles, the Moon in Taurus. Okay, let's get some advice. What advice do your guides have for you? This is my Divine Messages Oracle deck. Obstacles are lessons in disguise. So all of this was meant to happen for you to come into alignment. You're meant to cross paths with each other because it's a spiritual connection that is meant to family, friends, and children. It's meant to evolve into something beautiful. You're meant to create a beautiful foundation that brings in family, friends, and children. Abundance. As I said, 2024 is the year of karmic abundance. True North. This person is your true north. Reinvention. I just heard that, reinvent the wheel. And when you think about, 2 of Pentacles, that wheel goes round and round and round and round and round. perhaps on that loop, you're doing the work. That you're doing the work on one side, they're doing the work on the other, and then you come back and meet in the middle. And if you're aligned, then you get that expansion, you get that abundance. Delays is maybe one person's ready, but the other person's still doing a bit of work. And so you come past, but you're not quite. Actually, my daughter was telling me something about yesterday. When you're in space, there is no gravity. So if you aren't attached to anything, you just float. There's nothing pulling you back. Something always pulls me back to you. Gravity by Sarah Bareilles. Interesting. Tying up loose ends. As I said, one or both of you, there may have been delays because there are things karmically that you need to work on. Let's have a look at what angel is supporting you through this journey. 37, Aniel, philosophical knowledge in the arts and sciences. Things that perhaps you need to learn. Maybe you had to go to university. Maybe you needed to get some on-the-job training. Maybe there were things that have to do with this Ace of Pentacles here that you needed to learn. Building your own foundations before coming back together. Prophetic dreams, lover of the arts. Now, interestingly, number 17 is the star, Lavia. Prophetic dreams, the dream that she often has is of being detached from something in space and floating. So that's funny that it's come up, prophetic dreams. Being left to float out in the wilderness. Haniel, joy and divine communication. $29, Rahel, a liberation and defender of spiritual truth. These cards are jumpy. 24, general protection. So this union is protected. And it's protected because you're meant to. It doesn't matter how long it takes. You're meant to align with each other in this lifetime. 35, Shevakia. I love the sound of that. Shevakia. Reconciliation, peace and harmony. You're meant to align with each other in this lifetime. And look, 35 is the number 8. Something about 8s here. Something about August. Okay, let's get you a song. See what song. Now, I know I've already had a couple, the songs that I was picking up on, but this is my love songs. Oh, this is actually beautiful. Strangers in the Night by Frank Sinatra. Maybe you don't know this person yet. I love you always forever, Donna Lewis. I love you always forever, near and far, closer together, everywhere. I will be with you, every sin I will do for you. I love you always forever, near and far, closer together, everywhere. I will be with you, every sin I will do for you. Now, that song, when I've been married for 25 years, when I first met my husband, and we were friends, there was underlying feelings there, but I had a one-way plane ticket to England on a 2-year working holiday. So there was never, a relationship couldn't begin because we were in 2 separate countries. He was in Australia and I was in England. That song is always the song that I think of when I think of that time when we were in each other's orbit. We both had feelings for each other, but we weren't connected. How beautiful is that? Very much like that movie, Far From the Madding Crowd. They were in each other's orbit. They knew they had feelings, but they weren't connected. This loop was just running round and round and round. I love you always, forever, near and far, closer together. So even if you are apart from this person, you're still connected. That's beautiful. Okay, let us get you a moon oracle card. Tell me about this connection. New moon vibes in Leo. Leo is the 8th month. Don't let that prideful mane of yours block your path. Now your path is coming back together, potentially in August. Leo is the strength card. Two judgments card, two judgment cards, potentially having the strength to finally actually say, let's put love first. Okay, we are going to get, I'm going to get nodes of destiny, because this is a destined connection. So currently the nodes of fate are in, and they change signs every 18 months. So they started midway through 2023. The North Node, which is where you are headed, is in Aries, single, independent, fiery. The South Node, which is the comfort zone you are leaving, is in Libra. So relationships that you have with family, friends, what you feel comfortable in, but you need to step out of that in order to step into the North Node, which is in Aries. Now, those will be in that particular placement until January 2025. So let's get you. North Node in Scorpio. Under the cosmic influence of the North Node in Scorpio, it's time to Marie Kondo our lives. Bid farewell to those outdated patterns, toxic ties, and emotional baggage. By decluttering our metaphorical closets, we pave the path for some serious glow up and transformation. So your North Node, you are getting rid of things that are holding you back. Let's have a look at them. Outdated beliefs. They are South Node in Leo. Again, number 8. Leo South Node is like having a heart that just can't sit still. Always wandering. These big-hearted souls fear being invisible unless they shine like rare diamonds. It's where they feel cozy spiritually. Interesting. And then on the bottom, we have South Node in Sagittarius. Sagittarius South Noders aren't about the drama. They're all about honesty and optimism, just a tad wary of getting let down. Their hopeful hearts often feel a bit exposed. The Sagittarius South Node is like a wise old sage, guiding us to let go in order to soar higher spiritually. Time to bid farewell to the old and embrace the new. Okay, now I'm going to get some messages from your person. This is my Love Messages Oracle deck. You make me feel alive. I'm feeling powerless. That's that Leo. Courage. Leo is courage. Pause. This has been on a pause as you're going around that outer edge. It's on pause. It reignites at that point where you cross. The crossing. I wish we could be together right now. I'm feeling powerless. Maybe you feel like you are floating in space. But what the cards want to say and what the songs that are coming through are saying is that gravity song, you are always in each other's orbit. I messed up big time. You have breathed new life into me. Actually, in that movie, she marries somebody else. And that's not the end of the story. She marries somebody else. And she says to him, what did I do? Why did I do that? He is her rock. I want you to put yourself first. That's that line. Do what is right. You have to watch that movie. Honestly, I think I've watched it 100 times. We need more balance. Two of Pentacles, round and round. We had the Six of Pentacles twice. It will keep going round and round and round until you put love first. The truth will set you free until you put love first. I am so protective of you, and he was protective of her. I'm feeling vulnerable. Patience and planning. One more. And then I want to try. How beautiful is that? Jealousy. He was very jealous of her. He never showed it though. And maybe if there is jealousy there, as, you know, I'm using this card, as you're going round, you know, and potentially you're coming back into an alignment with this person. If there is jealousy, if there is anything toxic, as you come back into alignment, that toxicity will actually knock you off balance. And so you will almost miss each other. It needs to be balanced to come back into alignment. We need more balance. Patience and planning. This has taken a long time. We did have the Knight of Pentacles. Don't let that prideful mane of yours block your path. And on the flip side, in that movie, she went and married somebody else. She said, I don't know what I did, Gabriel. I went and fell for a man in a red jacket. She fell for somebody in the military, and it knocked them off their path again. Even though they were in each other's orbit, something she did knocked them off the path. How interesting. Go and watch that movie. Okay, in here is Scrabble tiles. Now, I've already shaken it. I've already given it a bit of a shuffle. Scrabble tiles, letters and numbers on them. Could be your first middle initial or that of your person, or something that pertains to this connection. Okay, let's just get those. So we have an L and a 1, a P and a 3, a D and a 2, a K and a 5, a J and an 8, let's do that one, an S and a 1, an R and a 1, a B and a 3, an N and a 1, a H and a 4, an M and a 3, an X, look at that, and an 8. A T and a 1, and a Q and a 10. So that is what I have for you. Thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I hope that there were messages in here that gave you some clarification on things that you were already picking up on. As I said, if you haven't already, please like, share, and subscribe. If you want to be notified of my readings, hit the notification bell. I do post nearly every day. If you are interested in any of my tarot or oracle decks, the links to those can be found in the description box. And what I will say to you is, my dog, who was going a bit crazy prior to this reading, during your reading has actually curled up in a ball beside me. Now, he does that when the energy is very calm. This union will come back into alignment. He is sleeping beside me very, very calmly in your energy. So that's what I have for you. Thanks again, and I will see you again in another reading.